All right.
What's going on? Good Friday evening, folks. I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War. Manny Vitale's Wolfpack. And as you can see, we've got a twofer.
Yay.
We've got OG. And look at that. Is she getting good? How is that possible? We got Thing and
Uno.
OG.
Yeah.
OG had to go to the bathroom. So
Oh,
OG's gone. Or no, not OG. Which one are you? You're both. But
no, I'm
Thing
OG.
Thing
That's
just
thing.
Thing
That's
just went to
thing.
the bathroom. So Thing will be back. But
Thing had a tinkle.
yeah, had the tinkle, but yeah, she had to go number one, number two. That was the thing. That's Thing's counterpart there. So what's going on?
Well, it's Friday, the beginning of the weekend. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
now
Saturday. Get to go to the gym tomorrow. Yay.
yeah, just yeah, this was a good week, and
Hmm.
getting back to work. And I tell you, it was the docs, and obviously they kind of know what they're doing.
Oh,
I got to give them
okay.
some credit because having me start back, just part time is like,
Hmm.
man, I
Hmm.
tell you what,
Good
yesterday and
thing.
today was a butt kicker, boy. And and even though it's not swinging a sledgehammer, for 12 hours, just getting your body back to your routine. And
Hmm.
but man, it's just so great to see everybody, and it was got to meet or not meet, got to see Dave again. Did that interview with him, Dave from Letterfly Pinstriping, who
Oh,
that
yeah. That
dude,
pinstriping was fabulous. Oh, my
man,
God.
his work. I
It's
mean,
so good.
bikes, cars, trucks, helmets. I mean, you bring something in, your personal belongings, something that you want personalized, and bam, he's doing it. And
I don't know if
great.
you saw the text from Karen McGee that she wishes she had lived closer because she would have brought her daughter's wheelchair, which
Oh
okay,
yeah,
that would have been
that would have
special.
been,
That would have
and
been special.
he would
I'm
have done
sure.
it in a heartbeat, boy. I
Yeah.
tell you, that's just, and he's got so much more. And we were talking again today, and he came in back into the Bay where I was at, and just talking about it, and then just talking about
Hmm.
his, because he's wrapping things up Sunday, and he's going to be gone. He's got a big old, I mean, it's like a semi, but it's like he pulls his big trailer. It's like not a mobile home, but I mean, he basically travels around the world or around the United States,
Like a
and
pop
just
up.
no, this ain't no pop up, boy.
Oh,
This
bigger.
is yeah,
Okay.
much bigger. Hey, there's Carol.
Hi,
Carol's in the
Carol.
house.
Hi, Carol.
You set to see? You can see comments again or no?
Yep, I got it so I can see them. Yeah.
Yep. So, how you doing, Carol? But yeah, it was great talking to Dave, and he did like the what did I call a psychologist? I said,
Yeah.
and he goes, you know what, Manny? He goes, you're the first one to say something like that. He goes, and yeah, he goes, because you'll have an idea, and well, that's like anything with any
Hi,
type of
Carol.
work you want done, no matter what it is. If you're doing something, any type of artistic work, and you want like a tattoo, no different. You're putting it
Yep.
on your body. You go into your tattoo artist, tell them you want this. Okay. But then they'll look at it. And I mean, all my work, most of my stuff, I wanted something done. And like 2.5 hours later, he's still doing work, other stuff, adding on to it. Just that's their artistic, flair that they see all this stuff. Amber is in the
Amber.
house.
Hi,
Hi, Amber.
Amber.
Oh, Susie just bit me.
Oh, jeez.
Wonder Dog's under the desk here, so she wanted a little bit of attention. But yeah, Dave, man, um, here it is clear now. Hopefully, we're going to get some breaks in the weather tomorrow and Sunday because
Mm,
I
hopefully.
tell you that guy is so. I mean, just and not only does he do awesome work, but he is just such a joy to talk to, man. I mean, the guy is just he's an author. He wrote it. I don't have the name of his book, but he gave me a copy of his book, and just a great
He
dude.
gave you a copy?
Yep,
Cool. Oh, I want
yep.
to see it.
Yep, and so that was real nice. And like I said, he will be there till Sunday. So if anybody is in Macomb County, if anyone's in the Clinton Township area, please come on down to Wolverine at 44660 Gratiot, which is just south of Hall Road, which is on 59. And he'll be there. It'll depends on, of course, the weather and
people.
stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if you've ever considered having some pinstriping, and this is like I told him, just like a tattoo, man. Some of these, when you're talking about, these Harleys and stuff, you're looking at anywhere from, 15, 20,000, 65,000 and up. I mean, and I mean, I walked up and he had a new vet pulled up in front that he was working on.
Nice.
He had 2 bikes waiting. I mean, the dude is in demand. And when you see his work, you know why.
And so freehand. It's like,
oh yeah, he was sitting there, and I go, you know what?
incredible.
I mean, I know Dave, from being there in the past and talking with him, and it's like instead of I'm as far from normal regular person as there is, and just sitting there, it's like to see me have like a sit down formal interview. Screw that. So it was just like, Dave, here, put this on, which I'm still not real happy with those mics, but still, I mean, here he is. I go, just keep doing what you're doing. And I didn't have to tell him twice. All right, grabbed his brush. He's doing this stuff within minutes right in front of me, just doing his thing. And yeah, just a great guy. We got let's see who else we got. Trisha Vincent popped on here. How you
From
doing,
Kansas
folks?
City, Missouri. Whoa.
Yes. All right. Yeah, so let's just keep our fingers crossed for Dave, so we can get some good weather for not only for him for working, but for anyone who wants to have some work done. But like I said, it's just so good to be back with the fellas, and just mentally, man, you get in that mindset, and then you get something like what happened. You just it messes with you. Chiefs and Lions. Yep. Saturday, and they're playing a lot of their starters. The Chiefs are. I listened today to 97.1 Talk, and Kansas City is going to be playing Mahomes, and they're a lot of their starters, Kelsey, and still not sure who or what with Campbell. What we're going to be doing with Detroit, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And man, I cannot wait for the football to start this year. I mean, it's been 60 years, and here just to have have that start up again, and yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that, and we got some other stuff too that we've got going on that I just wanted to jump on and kind of chat about this coming Sunday at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. we've got Jamie Teludo. Jamie is going to be coming on at 6 p.m. on Sunday, the 25th. And, she has just, I talk about energy and positivity and all that. If you haven't gone to her page, go to her page, check her out, Jamie Teludo. And we will be going live with her on Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. So definitely look forward to that. In fact, I just confirmed, not right before it came on, and she's good to go, man. So, I mean, and she has a lot of excellent videos. She has a lot of guests that she's a guest on a lot of other people's shows, as well as having people. It's almost like freelancing, coming on, having people come on and join her. I mean, so she's doing a lot of great work, a lot of great things. So check her out, Jamie Teludo. And the next day, Monday, August 26th at 7:30. Definitely looking forward to this as well. Just like every one of them, man. Every show, every guest is just so cool because you get so many different personalities, and it's so much fun, man. Because, and with me, God knows what direction it's going to go. I mean, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. So looking forward to that. Is going to be on Monday, August 26th at 7:30, and these are obviously all Eastern time. Kate, and it used to be it used to be Families Against Narcotics, and they have changed now. It is now called Face Addiction Now. And you were there. We went and to one of their meetings and to meet them and to talk about In fact, I'm going to be a guest speaker and sometime in September.
Yep.
And so we were talking about that. And as we started to talk with Kate, she said how she used to do shows. She had podcasts as well and enjoyed it. As soon as she heard about this, boom, she was good to go. And that's going to be great too, because Fan has just so many different directions that they go. I mean, it's not just one thing. It's not just dealing with the person dealing with addiction. It is just so many things and so many different people there with different positions, life coaches and this and that. And then you've got people who are there who meet with families, meet with the younger people, and there's so much that's why she's coming on, because that's to give more insight on everything they're doing, because that's one of the things too as far as changing the name, because like she said, people were thinking it was just solely about narcotics. And that's it, and that's not the case. So, and I get it. That's just like with with us at my fight, when sometimes when people hear any type of support, a lot of times it'll pop into their mind just like drugs, alcohol. Well, there's a lot of other things out there, mental health issues. And just like, I can't remember who it was talking about anything that's addictive, anything where if it becomes an issue where it's a must have instead of it's taking over. I can't remember who it was said discussing cigarettes.
Yeah, because she's got COPD.
So
we won't say the name, but she has COPD now.
Dealing with so you're dealing with that, and then you're dealing with mental health issues, and then you're dealing with like PTSD. You're dealing with eating disorder. Anything, and just like I always said too, doesn't have to have a title. I mean, or a diagnosis, is like with addiction and all these other things. You could just be something that's really screwing up your day and your life and your world. Well, just because it doesn't, it's not, alcohol, it's not drugs. It could be whatever else it is. If it's affecting you, where it's causing you pain and your family and your friends, here's, come here. Here you can, chat with us. Yeah, man. And you want to shoot the shit and discuss things and any type of format you want to go, man. I'm all for it. We'll take it. It's so many different directions to get a positive outcome. So that's the thing. So that's like with My Fight Art War, that's ours. And that's exactly with Fan. They don't want to, like you always hear me say, I'm not going to, ever paint myself into a corner or have people say, well, Manny and My Fight, that's all they do is just this. I don't ever want to hear that. What do they do? What don't they do? Who do they help? Who don't they help? That's what we want.
All comers.
So, yeah, man. So that's I'm really looking forward to all of these. And, it's just, like I told you back when you started with this amazing family of ours. And, like I keep saying, hey, man, things are getting crazy and hectic. Don't blame me. You said hi.
Yeah, I did.
You're the one that said hi. And because I still remember telling you, you said something like, well, what's
does an admin do?
What does admin do? Everything. Basically there you go.
Everything.
And scheduling shows, and then keeping my freaking schedule, try to keep it in line, which is that's a work. Oh my God. And now with this news with me and Ian is just incredible. I mean, and we were talking the other day when he got back from Puerto Rico. We were talking about the show, and for anyone who's watching didn't hear, of course, everyone knows Ian Bick and Locked In with Ian Bick, and just the incredible work that he's doing in New York, or not New York, Connecticut. Well, he's all over the place. I mean, he is. Just doing incredible work with great guests, and I was fortunate to meet him. Go out there. We went out. When we got there is in
August,
July. It was in July.
Close to the holiday.
So, and fortunate to be on his show, and I'm telling you what, man. Um, we chatted a few times, just over the phone, text messages and stuff, just going over uh, me, him, our stories. And from the very first conversation, it was like one of those things where sometimes you just click and
You just
like, hey,
feel it.
something's here. And even if it's not to that extreme, I mean, you meet somebody, it could be, just a casual, some people who come on the show, they come on once and maybe they don't ever come on again. They
Mhm.
tell their story and then they just maybe will come on and post. That's fine. You get some people, you maybe see them, you see their picture, you see their posts, and maybe you get a chance to either meet them in person or FaceTime or something like that. And during your conversation, not necessarily a bad thing, but okay, it's going to be no more than just this, very casual conversation as far as, maybe with my fight or the Wolfpack or whatever the topic is. And that's about it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But then when you're dealing with social media and doing shows, live streams and, having guests come on, and then you're a guest coming on. And I mean, it can get pretty intense. But then when you bring
Mhm.
someone else into it, just like that, my show with him, when we got there, I mean, we rolled. I'm not sure. Oh, in fact, I just talked, like I said, just talking to him. I believe this coming Tuesday is when my show drops that I was on with him.
Oh, good.
I think I'm gonna have to double check because I didn't let you know when he let me know. So of course I don't know. I gotta find out again.
It's coming soon though, but it'll
It'll
be
be on
great.
the list. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, but as you know, man, I mean, you and JC were, and
Watching the whole thing.
yeah, you saw it as we were in the studio, just letting it rip, going, doing the show, and it was damn near hour and 45 minutes plus, and at no point was there ever like a little dead air.
Hesitation.
There was
Mm-mm.
no okay. Well, what was that? It was nonstop, back and forth, in your face. Laughing, pissed off, little bit of emotion, everything. Not
Mhm.
it was, and it was no hesitation. There was no. It felt very familiar, very comfortable, and Tyler. I always say
Tyler.
Taylor.
Mm-mm.
Tyler, man. In
Not
fact,
Taylor Swift isn't on
we got
today.
to get Tyler. Tyler, you got to get on here, brother. You got to fill me in on what's going on because
Hmm.
remember he is getting his gear together to start doing his own show.
All right.
So
But I want to jump in.
Tyler,
For those of you who have heard Manny's story, it's good to watch Ian's because I learned things, and I've heard Manny's story a few times. I learned things that day that I had never heard before. So
yeah,
it's always entertaining.
and it's something too because I've noticed that when I've seen other people's shows
Hmm.
where these people and you'll hear things and these stories, our stories and testimonials that we talk about are very painful, man. I mean,
Hmm.
these things are very personal, very painful, and there's things that we may choose to purposefully leave out. When I
Hmm.
did my very first two with Brad McLeod at Sober's Cool and Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks, Dan and Donna, I said some stuff to them that I didn't go over with Brad because I mean that was my second time doing a show. I had zero experience doing anything with this, and within one show, I started to feel more comfort.
Yeah.
That comfort level went up, and then I started to talk more. But yeah, man, when we did that show with Ian, like I said, and afterwards, when we wrapped it up, I think we were in the studio for at least another 10, 15 minutes, just me and him after the show
Oh.
ended.
Hmm.
And we were just talking. And first thing out of his mouth was, man, we freaking rocked it. I mean, just nailed it. That was, and
It
that's how
was
you want
good.
every show to
It
go.
was
That's how you
good.
want every guest, to go. And a lot of them are. I mean, some of them you do a little more editing than others. And, but just the whole thing, the atmosphere, the just the way the interaction was so good, and then that's when the ideas started going. And like I said, I didn't tell you, I didn't tell anyone. for a week or two or even more when we got back. And it was because of the conversation after our show is when he said, "Listen, man, I want to come to Detroit and I want to be on your show," which I did
Yay.
not expect that. It was like, well, heck yeah. And then he goes, and after the show, let's get our gear and shoot into the city, shoot into Detroit, and start, doing some remotes from around the city. I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm in. Let's do it. So just hearing his ideas and then thinking of what I already had going on in my mind, it's just like, man, it's almost like we're kind of completing each other's sentences a little bit, and then what his thinking was as far as shows and what I was thinking, and it was like, all right, we might have something here. So when we came back, I was thinking about it, and that's what I think I finally told you. I said, listen, man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put together a presentation, and I'm gonna send it to Ian about me and him getting together, co-hosting our own show together, and it's like, you know what? Just like the old saying, if you don't try, if you don't ask,
Don't
the
ask.
answer's always no.
No.
So, I told him, I said, listen, man, I go, I've got some things going on. And I think he kind of knew because every time after that we did talk, whether it was talking on the phone or text messages, I was like kind of, testing the
Mm-hmm.
waters a little bit. And everything that I did, I mean, the response was very positive. So I was like, okay. So I said, listen, man, I want to put something together. I want to throw it by you, and
Mm-hmm.
see what you think about it. Give me your ideas and your thoughts. And he goes, sure, man, whatever it is, I want to hear it. All right. So I got a hold of you and I told you what I was going to do, just wrote everything down. And it was basically letting him know this is, man, I think that if we do this, I know that this thing's going to take off and it's going to be huge. If me and you co host our own show together, bringing guests on and this and that and everything else. And he was I think that's when he was getting ready to go to Puerto Rico, or he was going somewhere, Florida or
Mm-hmm.
wherever he was going.
Florida first, yeah.
And he was like, all right. And he goes, so I sent it to him. And I remember getting a hold of him. I said, listen, man, I emailed you that my information that I put together that I wanted you to take a look at. And he said, okay, I'll take a look at it. And I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. He goes, but let's talk about this next week, like Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. And I remember it was like Monday. It was like Monday morning. Didn't hear from him Monday afternoon. I'm like, okay, well, probably didn't
Oh
go.
well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what? Hey, they gave it a shot, right? And so I sent a message because I know that we had something going on where I wasn't going to be able to talk. And I said, listen, got stuff going on. But regardless of what happens with your decision, that doesn't change anything. We'll still be doing our stuff, together, no matter what. And as soon as he got it, he got back with me and he just said, "I'm all in." He goes, "Let's do this." And he goes, "I
Nice.
think and like I
Nice.
said, the one thing that he did say was, "I I'm in. I think I want to do it, but it's got to be in person." And I was like, "I totally agree." And that right there, with his personality, my personality, then coming together and have our guests in there. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, it's gonna, yeah. So the more we discussed it, and then we talked again, I think it was this past Monday or no Tuesday, I think it was. Well, I just talked to him, and yeah, he was like, we got to get this thing rolling. But here he is in Connecticut. We're here, so that's why I had to get a hold of you and have you work your magic because we are
Book another flight.
flying. We are off again. We have to
Mm-hmm.
go to. We're flying to New York on
Mm-hmm. Sunday.
September the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be flying out, and this isn't. I mean, who knows? Because he's got the two studios, and I know he's got a show he's doing Monday, and I know we're coming back Monday,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, who knows if we might do a show, we might do. Who knows? But the whole point of this little getaway is to discuss the details, the logistics, and everything of our new show. The
Mm-hmm.
who, what, where, why, when, everything. We are going to just sit down in person and just get this thing rolling. And and we both agreed that, listen, we're not going to half-ass anything. This is going to be done, and it's going to be done, 100%. I mean, there's no shortcuts. There's no half-ass into anything. This is going to be a very, just an incredible show, and I cannot wait. And as we've both said, it doesn't change anything with our own shows. Locked In with Ian Bick is Locked In with Ian Bick. The Wolfpack and My Fight Our War, nothing changes. This is just adding to the choices and everything that we get to choose from that could reach that many more people. And yeah, it's it's going to be exciting. It's going to be busy as hell. I remember joking around with you about, because you've flown all over the world, and stuff like that. So there's nothing new to you. Well, I remember joking with you saying, "Hey, listen, I'm not joking around with this. I am not, taking this lightly. I am very serious about doing this." And I remember joking around saying, "You're going to be booking flights and booking cars and booking all this stuff, because we are going to be going all around the United States doing this stuff, and and beyond." And next thing you know, there we are, off to New York.
Taking
There we
off
are, off to Connecticut. And now
again.
here with this, like I said, with this show, when I talked to him this past week, just discussing just that, here we're going to be, having, me fly there, him fly to Detroit to do shows, for both our studios. But then, I mean, wherever the person is, we're going to have to fly there. So there's going to be some moving and shaking, and it's going to be exciting as hell. So I cannot wait. And so again, that's the 22nd of September that we're heading to New York, and it's going to be a short stay. Get there Sunday, or get there
Sunday.
Sunday, meet Sunday night, possibly Monday morning before his show, and then head back to Detroit Monday, and then he's flying into Detroit here October 5th, 6th, 7th, and he'll be on the show probably that Sunday, whatever that is, if it was at the 6th, I think. But once we start getting close, it'll all be promo, or we'll have the promotions all posted and stuff like that. So it's going to be, it is going to be busy, and I am so looking forward to it. And like I said, it just expands to help us even reach more people. And that's what it's all about, man. Just getting people talking and getting people to feel comfortable. And maybe, sometimes that means getting them out of their comfort zone. I mean, we had an individual we were talking with earlier who has had some issues with a family member. And as she said, that they don't talk about it. And we don't like that. That's exactly what I said. You got to own these things and discuss it. It's not taboo. Addiction is not taboo, and it shouldn't be like, we don't talk about outside these walls. It's like, okay, or we don't discuss it just between family. And then it's like they don't even discuss it within family, because if we don't discuss it, it's not a problem. Well, if you don't discuss it, by not discussing it, you just put a beer in this person's hand. By not discussing, you just put a needle in this person's arm. So, I got a feeling with like I said, who we talked to earlier, there might be a little more conversation, because she did spark up a little bit of interest in some of that. So anything we can do to help, as you know, we do what we can. But it's and especially now being back to work as well. So you're going to be getting, when I told you how busy you were going to be, part of it was a joke, but actually, and I remember telling you afterwards
coming
too,
true now.
laughing, because I was laughing about it. And I said, well, actually, I'm not kidding. And like I said in the past, doing this stuff, I have had people say something about, trying, getting a little cocky or arrogant, and that has nothing to do with anything. If you don't attack something to be the best at what you do, why do it? You don't.
Well, I mean, right now you've got like 3,000 or 4,000 family members. Well, you need 30 or 40,000, or maybe 3-4 million.
Yeah, and that's just it. And the thing is,
it will just expand.
And the thing is, like Ian said, and me and Jared from Blacklist podcast, we talked about, I could care less how many the numbers, but first thing you'll hear some hosts of shows will say, well, I've got this many followers, I've got
Sure.
this many. And I was like, I'm not even sure. Like, we've been at 2,000 for 2 years. Yeah, whatever.
Hmm.
That's fine. Between other pages and people sharing stuff, it's never been a concern of mine at all. It's never been a popularity contest.
How many can
Um,
you help?
no matter what
How
some
many can
people
you help?
may think or not
Hmm.
think, I don't, whether you like me, don't like me, that's
Mm,
fine. I mean, like I said, I've got very thick skin. If you don't like me, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, we all want people to like us. Nobody wants to walk in the room and say, I hope everyone in here can't stand me. But I know if I'm doing my best and if I feel good about myself or what I'm doing,
mhm,
if you don't like me for some reason, you
mm,
know what? Have a
who
good day.
cares? Yeah.
Have a good day. And as I keep getting these, whatever comments, it's like, well, for someone who is not happy or, with me and all that, you sure are keeping up to date on everything. So thank you. I guess you're one of my followers. But, no, man, when it comes to stuff like that, and I've had the people joking around about different comments and this whole thing, and a lot of it came from freaking my brother Brad when he threw that legend crap at me.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, now you're calling yourself that? Yeah, yeah. People know me. Oh, yeah, I put myself up here and everyone else down there. Not.
Not.
But at the same time, no, if like I told you, I'm not gonna sit here and so I love doing this and like me and Jared, Define
It
Black.
shows.
It
It
was like,
shows.
listen, it's a passion,
Mhm.
no matter if it's sports, hobbies, with the Woodward Dream Cruise and all that, these people rebuilding cars, that's their
Mhm.
passion.
Mhm.
Sports, me playing hockey was a passion.
Watching
Um,
football.
I mean, all this. Now, this here, I never did before. I mean, if you would have told me 5 years ago that I'd be feeling this way about doing live shows, it'd be a joke. But until you do it, until you try, you don't know. And now, by the grace of God, I have been, we've been getting positive feedback and doing something. Obviously, to have being asked to be on other people's shows as a guest, by doing something right, or else they
Mhm.
wouldn't want you
Mhm.
on as a guest.
Mhm.
And then to be fortunate enough to be co-hosting a show now with the likes of Ian Bick, obviously doing something right and
Mhm. Now we
learn
just
every
need our
day.
brother Tyler to get his show together because he's got
Oh, I'm
almost up
telling
and
you,
running.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? And that's just
More
it.
people you can help.
Tyler, and the thing is, we're all one family. I mean,
Yep.
with different names. We are the
Mhm.
extended family of another family. That's all we are. We're cousins. We're uncles. We're
Yeah.
aunts. That's what we are. So yeah, my cousin who runs, or my aunt who runs, or whatever it is. We didn't have
Mhm.
different names, but we're doing the same mission.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just like with Kate coming on, with Face Addiction Now over a fan,
Mhm.
different name, same concept. So
Mhm.
it's all good. The bottom line's helping people. The bottom line's letting people feel comfortable. And we discussed a few things where, well, social media, yeah, it is. Well, people need that interaction, that personal contact. Okay, well, they have groups, they have the
Mhm. Mhm.
in-person counseling. Fantastic, do it. Um, I tell people all the time, it's okay, man. Be part of multiple, social
Mhm.
media outlets. Be part of multiple. You got AA, Fan, Al-Anon. You got all these. You got Care. You've got all these other networks.
Mhm.
Live Right. There's nothing wrong with being part of all of them. If
Mhm.
that keeps you, that much more open to more people, more suggestions. I mean, that's what it's about. And but with social media, 24/7, man.
Mhm.
The one downside is if you go to meetings, there's like this date at this time. Well, as we know, these shit feelings don't turn themselves off from 9 to 5, and then after that they punch out. So we all have a purpose, and we all are doing an amazing job. And I'm just proud to be part of this family.
Yes. Yes.
So it's all good, man. And like I said, obviously we're doing something right because we're coming up this January the 9th will be 2 years for
2
My Fight or
years.
War. January 27th, will be 5 years for me. And, I've heard people say, oh, you should never do that. You should never, say next month will be, or, you shouldn't do that. And it's like,
Why not?
why?
Why
Well,
not?
because you're going to, if by
Ah,
me, if by me projecting what next month is going to hold for me in a positive way is a bad thing. No, 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 no. That's someone
mhm,
else putting words into your mouth about what something you
mhm.
shouldn't do. And
That's
we've said
their
that.
issue, not yours.
Yeah, and that's another thing too is what do you hear? Don't ever let anyone's negative words or comments affect your day.
Correct.
Nope. And then, of
Correct.
course, when someone does and follow up with, well, oh, gee, man, you can't do that. There's no way that'll happen. This will never work. What do we say? Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. They're just like, I mean, that was so cool when we had Jared and Brianna, my brother and broster, on the other night,
Hmm.
going live with them and just
Yeah, it
talking
was
about the
fun.
things that you know, oh, that'll never happen. Yeah, that'll never happen. And just like Jared, it was very nice with at the end, towards the end of the show that we did. We talked about, myself and Ian, the show we're going to be doing together. And Jared's like, listen, man, I just got to share with you that, you must be doing something right because, he must really be seeing something in you because he doesn't go live. He doesn't, do this. And, he made it very clear.
Hmm.
And here, one of the first things that before leaving New York, he's like, listen, got to keep in touch and all that. And then when we did reach out back and forth, I was like, hey, man, let's go live. Okay.
Okay.
There was no, well, I don't know. And then I just talked to him now because I can't remember. I think he's in LA now. He left for
Huh.
LA. I think he'll be back. Uh, I don't know when he's going to be back.
Nice frequent flyer miles he's got, I'll tell
Oh
you.
yeah, so he's going to get a hold of me next week, and possibly it's not written in stone yet. We just threw out a date. Oh, that's right. Well, you got to put this down. Next Thursday, we might be going live. Me and Ian. So put that down for a maybe.
Hmm.
It's not a for sure, and so that'll be for next Thursday. But yeah, and like for Jared, for him to say that was extremely nice. It made me feel good that
Yeah.
doing the hard work, showing that it's not just half-assing this stuff. That this is very important to me, and for someone to take notice in it, and for someone like Ian to see it, and let's agree to
And
do
do
this.
it.
It's very humbling, and like I said, I don't take it lightly, and it will show when our shows come out, and
Hmm.
or when our show comes out, and so other than that, though, we've been doing really good, and of course Terry, Terry's been doing great with her post and recognizing people coming on and all that. So thank you, Terry. Of course, everyone else, Tyler, and then of course Ginger. She made a
Yeah,
nice
how's her nose?
video.
Did you talk to her?
Today was and she posted that today was a little bit rough, but
Okay. Have to
it's
take a look.
yeah, but she's doing
She
good.
had
She made a
surgery on
nice.
Tuesday. Hmm.
Yep, she did a nice little video for us, so that was nice of her.
Good.
And
I'll look.
yeah, so I appreciate it, man. All the help does not go unnoticed. That is for sure.
Hmm. Hmm. And so
But
you don't have to support just a drug addiction. You can support somebody going through surgery like you, but
yeah,
you've got 48 of them. But I mean,
yeah,
like Ginger sharing her nasal surgery or whatever
yeah,
she had. Yeah.
yeah, the deviated septum.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
So
Ooh, honey, that hurts.
oh yeah, so
Hmm.
sending Ginger some positive thoughts and prayers to get that
Hmm.
schnoz feeling better,
Hmm.
and you'll be doing fine. You'll be doing
Hmm.
just
Let the
fine, Ginger.
doctor pull out the packing. Don't you pull out the packing.
Yeah, like I did.
Yeah, Manny. Of
You're
course.
like, watch this. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, I can't, huh? I felt it was. I looked like one of those clowns at the circus, man, pulling that handkerchief out of his pocket. Yeah, I pulled this sucker out of my nose. I think it was attached to my butt. And
It's
well,
long. It's like 36
oh
inches. That
man.
packing is long.
Well, just like when they do those blocks, when they put the pain when they send you home with the lidocaine dripping into your shoulder. And then when the bag's empty, you can go to the doctor and have him pull it out, or you could just go in there and pull it out. Well, they recommend coming to the doctor.
Of
And I'm
course.
like, screw this. I'm pulling this thing out. Well, I'm thinking it's going to be maybe like this long or something, just under the
Mm-mm.
skin. Pull. I give this thing a pull, and it's still in my shoulder. So then I'm like, woo-hoo. I'm like, okay. And another one is attached to my butt. It's like, and then all of a sudden it finally flops down into the sink, blood everywhere. It's like, well, this was pleasant.
Well, your doctors love you like the time you cut off your cast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Your
That was
plaster, not a plaster cast. It was
the
almost plastic.
fiberglass. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Oh.
fiberglass. I was playing hockey, and I had my teammates come over. We went in the basement, grabbed some hacksaws, and I called the doctor because we couldn't get it all the way off. It's like, shit. So I called the doctor. I go, yeah, I need to see the doctor right away, man. Something had the cast is coming apart. And they're like,
Something
coming
happened to
apart.
my cast.
I walk in, it looked like Jaws got a hold of my cast. It just mutilated this thing. And as soon as the nurse walked in, she goes, what'd you use? I
Oh,
go,
Manny.
hacksaw, tid snips. But she's like, yeah. She goes, this is fiberglass. And she goes, it's
Mm-hmm.
not plaster. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was interesting.
Mm.
But
You're
all
a
right,
doctor's.
man.
You're a doctor's dream.
Oh
That's funny.
yeah, it's usually around Christmas is when things start to, for some reason, bother me. It's like they put this mojo on me. It's like, well, got to buy my wife a new tennis bracelet. I need to. She wants a car. So hey, Manny, how's that back feeling?
Can
Yeah,
I
well,
do
now
some
that you
surgery on you?
mentioned it, yeah, I think it's time for your tune-up. We got to give you another new knee. But
Uh,
anyways, man, we're gonna cut this one short because I definitely am feeling it. Getting back to work, I gotta
mm-hmm.
take a little R&R here and get ready for a long day tomorrow. But just wanted to throw out some of those days. So again, like for Tyler, just so you could pop on here and see these Sunday the 25th. Don't forget Sunday the 25th at 6 p.m. And I will post those promos for me. I'm sorry, for Jamie Telludo will be on. And then
Mm-hmm.
Monday the 26th at 7:30, Kate
Mm-hmm.
from Fan Face Addiction Now. And then in September, the 22nd is when we're flying out to
Mm-hmm.
do our little rendezvous to meet with Ian Bick to get our show rolling. And then he will be here in Detroit to do a show with us. And we will do remotes in Detroit on October 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yay.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And once I find out for sure, but I'm pretty sure he said Tuesday as far as the show that I did with him. It'll be dropping. So guess we'll find out Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, thing. All right, OG. Actually, 43 minutes, one of our shorter ones. There's you made it.
Yeah.
There you
Back
go.
from the bathroom.
Boy, it had to go number
Mm,
2,
2, 1, 2.
3, a little bit of both. All right. Well, you have a good night and be there
Good night,
bright and
all.
early at the gym. So,
Mm-hmm.
you guys have a great night. And we will be chatting soon. And as always, keep fighting the good fight.
Bye now.